expecting to see versus their CT side, where I think a lot of these teams have shown even yesterday when we were on the stream that, you know, teams were a lot more heavy on this defensive side versus their T sides. But again, Carpe Diem, they've had some mixed results. Again, a lot of experience on this. I would say they pretty much have like a 50% win rate Inferno versus their experience as well. But here we go, getting everything started, and Wizen, he's already able to get that first kill.
And there's Hex holding the ramp side as they try to come through decontamination. Classy is there as well, one holding each side. Good nade to flush Silas out into a bit of an opening position. Classy goes for one more. Rec will trade it back, but it's a 4v2. No bomb plant either as of yet for the BHOP side. Wiz taking up that Classy position, keeping an eye on the control room windows. It's all a collapse down to the B side here for Carpe Diem as they're swallowing up everything, and not even a backstab from Stanislaw. Caught out by Walco, reads the better of it, and Rec doing damage and getting the kill here. Only one more for him though. No bomb plant, probably not see a force up here from the BHOP side.
Yeah, pretty smooth round that we see from Carpe Diem, really just able to sweep the floor. I think they only lost one player, which isn't the worst casualty in the world, but BHOP not able to get the bomb down, so they're kind of just sitting at that low 2000s, so I'm not going to be expecting a whole lot of investment for this. It looks like there was a smoke and a flash that is going to be purchased. Otherwise, it's pretty much going to be straight Glocks across the board here for the BHOP squad, and we'll have to see what they can do. I mean, in this kind of a case, Boggs, if they can get the bomb down, best case scenario in my opinion, besides obviously winning the round.
Oh, yeah. I mean, a bomb plant here is kind of the goal, the end goal, the best goal for BHOP. Obviously, I mean, you want to win the round, but it's not a round that you can really expect to. So getting the bomb plant is your next best option. Gives you a little extra cash. And maybe if you can get a kill or two here with the Glocks, that's always good too. Wiz is going to go on the USP only. He's pulling out that USP pistol only strat. Here's the opening kill, goes against Stanislaw. Beaky pops out though, and he's popped one, and now making a second kill. 2 kills, not too shabby for BHOP all considered. And it's all down to Rec now, getting hunted by the MP9 of Walco, trying to put him down. And it will be Walco to finish the job there in the end. Extra kill reward will go his way, and I'm sure he'll be rather happy about that one. But here comes the buy-up from the side of BHOP, and it's got to be good here. If they lose this buy, it's going to give Carpe Diem a lot of confidence, and that's something BHOP don't want to do in the early going.
No, I mean, the op's already out too, so we're going to see what we can do from Wiz and what he's going to be able to find. He's going to put that op into ramp. Going to be AKs across the board here. Not as many smokes as you'd like to see. They're going to be able to get outside control now. They're going to see what they can test with. And Walco, again, playing very aggressive. Blocked off just by that smoke. Waiting things out. Another one to come through. But I think a bit of a miss landing. But BHOP now, they're going to be trying to clear as much as they can. Past red box. They're getting close into territories here. Walco, if he gets the timing right, he might be able to find a kill. But this Rack, he takes the damage, but he's going to get immediately traded here. Hex is still holding things down with a FAMAS, but he's only able to find one. But there you go. These trades are just back and forth.
Back and forth, and that's going to give a bit of room for BHOP here. Classy overextends, get chased back. Chop around the smoke, caught out by Spermy. Timing goes his way, and he's got an angle onto Classy too as the bomb gets planted for Mini and Hut. It's a good plant wide open here for BHOP. Wiz has the op too. That's not going to be an easy gun to retake this with, and maybe, just maybe, he can get the drop on someone coming in through Mini. Molotov in hand will go out towards Beaky's position, but that's going to reveal his own as well. Smoke will follow it up as he's going to try and peek on through. Good flashbang. That'll force him by. At some point, though, Carpe Diem should be going for a save. Wiz already opting for an exit frag, backing away, flashing out. As Classy backs away through lockers as well. Save call initiated. Wiz down the stairs. And BHOP winning that first gun round. Good stuff there. And because of the damage done on round number 2, Carpe Diem are going to have to shuffle some guns around a little bit, and even more so now that Classy has been found out by Stanislaw.
Yeah, and that's fine. I mean, as long as Classy gets taken out, I mean, it's just a FAMAS, right? So not a big deal. Obviously, you want to keep it if you can, especially with just the money situation that they're in. But at least the big green's still on the play. It's on the field. Hypothetical field, I guess, right? Yeah, it's a field. We'll call it that. Either way,
Yeah.
it's going to be an M4 purchase here from Walco. He's going to spend some of those dollars. He's got MP9s and Chop with the Deagle. We'll be seeing BHOP just going for a bit of a default with the lobby control, and also having the 2 players actually looking to contest a little bit outside. But keeping their resources available here, Boggs. They haven't even used a smoke yet, so still kind of waiting things out.
Waiting it out, seeing if it'll work. The op for Wiz has to make something happen. It has to be a catalyst here for Carpe Diem. And Wiz, he could be either really good or very quiet. Obviously, Carpe Diem would love him to have a big game here. That's more of an overpass thing, though. You don't exactly expect your opper to be a huge influence on Nuke. But if you can get at least an opening pick here or there, it'll help out a lot as the secret cross is coming through here for BHOP. Walco's ready in the vents. He's waiting for it. And if he's able to catch him, could put a pin in this round for BHOP. Completely wreck what they're trying to do. Be a good early money swing if they're able to. And Walco should be caught out. Stanislaw, yes, smoke criminal. Stan going through.
I thought that Molly would have done a little bit more than that, but now BHOP, they capitalized on this kill, and now they're just able to push into the site. Stanislaw putting a little bit more pressure on this. Bomb is going to get planted now, and the CT's in a tough position to be in. Even the op again in this kind of a situation on a 3-on-5, you don't even really want to go for the retake given the limited amount of utility they have, so they're going to have to save it. But you do have Chop just playing outside, and also Hex and Wiz now are going to be just waiting in the back of CT spawn. But BHOP, just like that, Boggs, you get 2 easy kills, and just like that, the round is them, and we're back to a tie game.
Yeah, tied early. That's good for BHOP on the T side of Nuke. You want at least 6 rounds out of it, and they're well on their way here in the early going. They've only played 4, and they forced Carpe Diem to save 2 rounds once the guns have come out. That's a very good sign. And Carpe Diem, they picked this map. There definitely does seem to be a reason as to why they picked this map, Laz, as they look very comfortable coming to this one on Nuke. Pistol round didn't go their way, and obviously the Glock round's not going to work out in their favor either. But the guns have definitely been a completely different look from this BHOP side. And the buys just keep getting worse for Carpe Diem here. They have the Op, a Deagle, an MP9, and that is absolutely it. This is a round BHOP need to take to get that early lead, and it's a round they should be able to take with relative ease.
And just look at that. There was like, what, 3 nades that just went through there? And oh, man! Oh, Spermy! Oh, he just does a nice little 2-top and takes away that op. It's going to be retrievable, yes, but oh my goodness. Your opper just gets dropped like that. Drop it like it's hot, baby. And now BHOP, they got themselves that player advantage. Chop now going to have to see what he can do. He's fully blind. BHOP now ready for the execute, going towards the ramp, and this has actually been given up now from Carpe Diem, so they've actually changed their composition just a little bit.
They're going to come through towards J-Hall. The Molotov will keep him at bay. There's nobody really here on B either to stop anything. Walco towards the vents has a USP. It's not enough right now. The bomb's going to go down. Sure, send your pistols and maybe even send a Hex in with the MP9. Save the op at the very least for Wiz. Try and get some damage out of this. Maybe steal away an AK. Spermy already holding the line. Has Stanislaw there with it. It'll be a combo between the two as Stan will get the majority of the 3. And of course, Chop saving the op. No kills for Carpe Diem yet again. BHOP able to keep players alive. That's great for that T economy in the early going. And a thing to note, BHOP have not pulled out an op on this T set of Nuke just yet. There really hasn't been a need to, as the op of Carpe Diem has failed to find a marker. Oh no, Chop. Oh no, they know where he is. He's got one. That's a smoke. Almost gets him over top. Wreck. Chop spots the shadow. He has to know. There's a good second. They're going to try and hunt this op, though. It's worth the casualties. It's more than worth it here. Can Chop stay alive? The time will run out eventually, and they're going to spray away. Chop with one more, but he's spammed down by Silas. Unfortunate for Chop. He had to pull off an Alamo, and there just wasn't enough cover around it towards T-spawn. Unlucky.
Oh man, good effort though. I mean, the fact that he's able to still get 3 kills just on the exits. I mean, they're all hunting him. They're all going for him, right? So, I mean, he at least could do some kind of damage. I mean, it's not sounding like a lot. I mean, it's a round win for BHOP. Now it's a full rush, and look at this. They're just gonna go right into vent now. They got themselves into some good territory, and these CTs might not be expecting this. They definitely know that they made the cross in, but tough position now for Carpe Diem. Already losing Walco now too. Classy gets pushed back by these mollies, and BHOP, man, they are showing why they picked this map entirely.
Yeah, BHOP looking refreshed. They're looking great. opening pick goes the way outside, and actually both picks will go outside. Glacia was the B player. He pushes into Stanislaw, who's sitting in lobby. And BHOP are basically lurking 2 players right now because of this successful vent drop. That's a textbook vent drop, too, coming out for BHOP. And, yeah, they just let their players run around outside and mop up the mess here. Hext over top will spray down, too. Has to be very careful now as his health is low. And Beaky's on the hunt, coming in under hell. Spots him out towards the red box. Wiz will get another, so 2 guns saved for Carpe Diem, but it's definitely anything but enough right now. They need rounds on the board. They need to find success, but BHOP are exploiting them. And it's not always fast hits either. It's a good change of pace so far. No answer at all from the CT side, and the timeout has to be coming forward for the next gun round, surely, because everything they've done has been ineffective against this BHOP team.
Yeah, and I'm loving what we're seeing from BHOP, man. There's just a lot of smooth transitions going in for these hits, and like you said, that vent take was just flawless. I mean, that was just textbook, right? It looks so good, and now Hex is the one player that we talked a lot about on the pre-show, and he's got that M4. One of the many players, but now he gets flushed up by this Molly. He's still going to contest this, but he's able to find 1 kill. That's going to be one of the rifles now dropped here from Carpe Diem, but cannot ignore. Wiz is going to be able to push in through the lobby. Look at how much control he gets, but Beaky, man, he just reads him like a book, and he's able to find 1 more too. Oh, man, BHOP. They are just light years ahead of Carpe Diem right now.
Yeah, I was curious about the Nuke pick. Not curious anymore. I'm a believer. BHOP are making me believe right now. Walko snags away an AK, but his teammates sprayed down, and Silas will have a nice little mop up there for the last. No more kills coming through for Carpe Diem. Where's the timeout, lads? Let Axt have his say, because right now, it's already 5 rounds to BHOP on the T side of Nuke. Carpe Diem need to patch the holes. They need to patch them fast. And they're going into this one without a timeout. This is insane.
This is, and I mean, if they lose this round, this is probably where we will see that timeout come through, but maybe they're feeling a little bit extra confident that they got the rifle out. Big purchase round for Carpe Diem. They're going to see what they can do, but Spermy, he's able to find 2. Finally get a little bit of reply back here from CHOP. Nades are going to come on in, but BHOP now have been able to secure this inner site. Smoke's coming in. The plant's not going to be commenced yet. The Molotov coming in as well. You can see Wiz is just waiting there, but Silas and Wreck, man, they just mop the floor of these players. Oh, the gun round is turning into shambles, but it's back to the 2-2. One of the players has been exposed here, Boggs, and it's now Stanislaw in the back. Wreck, he should be able to find this kill. He will not. He doesn't win it.
The scroll wheel jump saves Walko there. Wreck's not ready for it. It's all down to Stan, the IGL, and the big name of BHOP to try and recover things here. Wiz is full HP, but the non-opper is on 5. There is a window for Stan, especially if he wins this opening duel. There's enough time to run it back to B, too. The bomb is only under the control of 1. Walko's getting antsy. Walko's pushing in, and he'll get the side swipe. First round on the board in a long time, in 5 for Carpe Diem. BHOP running into the A site, gets separated a little bit, and it just doesn't work out in their favor. And there was a team kill there from Spermy on the entry, which does beg the question, what would have happened if that wouldn't have happened? If that team kill wouldn't have come through? Maybe a little more would have come through here for BHOP. But what's in the past? Something we can't affect. BHOP know that. They're going back in with the guns, trying to swarm around again. Opt for Wiz one more time, which still hasn't had much to do so far. And Glacia actually only at 1-7. That's an unusually slow start for him, who's one of the bigger hitters on this Carpe Diem side, usually up there with Hext.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because that was one of the biggest things that I was noticing too. I mean, you never want to put a player like that on the spotlight in that kind of a way, but it's just not a normal fashion that we typically see Glacia in. He's one of the heavy hitters on the squad. Him and Hex are kind of my MVP players, the 2 players on this team that could really, you know, put a show on for everybody. But now we're going to have to see somebody else kind of step things up and put the bootstraps on. But very slow round that we're seeing now from even BHOP. They haven't just gone for the full aggression. Waiting things out on the slow execute outside. Double molly's now going to be placed. They actually do miss here, Bog, so they don't actually land. Walko's still waiting things outside. Going to get the flash out, but not going to be able to find. These players have now made it across into secret with the lurk of Beaky just sitting in lobby. Now this is going to get a little bit more a tight situation here, and it's Classy, the one player we mentioned. He's the one that's gonna have to hold this thing down.
And it's only an MP9. It's not a rifle. It's just the MP9 here. He does some damage, and he does get one. Sprays away, gets a dink, but he's only able to get one finisher. Beaky on this lurk. It's perfectly timed, but he cannot spray down both. Chop survives with 19 HP. Walco on the quick flank, drops the bomb. He cannot find Wreck, but he does on the repeak, and Spermy just misses his opportunity. Walco has the bomb at his feet, and he has Spermy on a plate. Nice, 2 rounds in a row now for Carpe Diem, whoever covered things. It's a good look now. And the money almost dead for BHOP. They're buying down to the last of their bank accounts. A bomb could get them it's not even going to get them a full buy in the next. Only 2,400 for loss bonus. Things to think about here if you are BHOP.
Yeah, a lot of pressure here now riding. And even both Beaky and Wreck really just no utility or very limited utility. And we'll see what BHOP want to do. The inventory is looking pretty good for Carpe Diem. Getting themselves back into a bit more of a fashion that we're used to from these guys. And now the executes coming in. The mollies are going to be placed. Smokes are going to distinguish those. But it is going to be the pop here from BHOP. They haven't been able to make it inside the site. So they've not been able to allow Carpe Diem to burn some utility. Only one smoke remaining. And Chop, he's already taken down to 17. You can even see BHOP. They've reset on this plan entirely. They are not even banking on this inside execute at all anymore. They realize that they've been able to win the utility game a little bit here, Boggs.
Yeah, they have. And BHOP have none. 2 flashes and a Molotov flash going in. Leaves him down to 2 pieces total. Stanislaw doesn't need any, though. He's going to run right in. Hex responds to the nice shot. Wiz will come in with the op, and Hex still standing back. Silo has another. Classy up the vents. Puts Silas to bed, and it's all down to Beaky. Coming in through mini, spotted out, and swarmed. Hex will grab himself a hat trick. And Carpe Diem tie it up. I guess I was panicking a little bit here. I'm not used to seeing Carpe Diem go down that big, that early. But they just felt it was business as usual. No need to panic. No need to call a timeout. A timeout now called. And I'm pretty sure that's by BHOP themselves. Yeah, it's a BHOP timeout. They're starting to hit the panic button a little bit.
Yeah, things are getting just a little bit, I don't want to say out of control, but I mean, they had a really good lead, and now Carpe Diem has been able to kind of get themselves on the momentum train, right? So they're going to take a little bit of a stop. And I mean, the thing that we noticed from Carpe Diem playing on Nuke is, I mean, they actually have, you know, the last 2 times they played this, they have been losses. I mean, they took, you know, a loss against Happy Mouse, which was in the Cash Cup, and then they even lost against EG in the IM Dallas qualifiers too. So now they're looking for a little bit of redemption. And I think even like a couple weeks ago, if not a bit more, is where that game went 28-24 with B&B. I mean, I think we were the ones that caught one of those games. That was insane.
Yeah.
Good times.
Oh yeah, gotta live a long overtime. We got overtime last night. This one's shaping up like it might have some too. It's a pistol rush onto the ace and an explosion, a Hex kill, and Chops up top, knocking down pair as well. Hex lands 2, make it 3 back-to-back caddies for him. 6-5 now. Carpe Diem regain the lead. BHOP back on the guns though. This is where they can start to try and find something again, but I feel like their strats have kind of run dry. It's been a lot of fast-paced plays for them, and Carpe Diem have figured it out. They've started to read the book, and I think they've read through the appendix, because there's nothing BHOP have been able to do in the last few rounds that has really caught Carpe Diem off guard. And there's been no real adjustments from this BHOP side either. It's usually fast map control either outside or inside. There hasn't really been a ramp play from them at all, and it's not like Wiz is playing with the op out ramp either. They're pressuring outer yard. Walco caught out in Africa. Good opening from BHOP, but Wiz can now rotate in with the AWP and try and stymie this push. Throws a flash instead. Just backs away. Maybe even taking that position of Classy, who's aggressing through trophy room. The bomb's down out lobby. If Beaky's not careful, he could get caught.
Oh, and he goes for the drop. He's still able to get a kill somehow? All right, well, fine. They'll make it work, but I thought he was just gone. I thought he was dead to rights for sure, but Classy's still going to be holding inside a lobby, but playing such a tight angle, it's not really an advantage. He's able to get the first, not able to find that second. That's the problem with that angle, and now Chop. He's in hut by himself. He's got the noise notification now. Here's the feet. You can see Wiz, he's just inside of in the vent, sorry, and he's able to wait things out. Chop, if he can get the timing done here perfectly, he might be able to get this kill, but Wreck just waiting behind the silo, waiting for him. He's going to be the first one to engage. He actually gets a little love tap, and there you go, the double swing. And just like that, this might be another save round we see from Carpe Diem.
All it took was the opening pick out Africa, rotation back in, getting Classy on a 1-for-1, and A's site ended up falling to the control of BHOP there. Good mid-round audible coming through from Stan, and it wakes him back up, and it gets him a 6th round here. Good use of the timeout as well. And we'll see if Carpe Diem are going to be stumped again, or if BHOP just had a bit of a fluky round. I think maybe Carpe Diem got a little too over-aggressive that round, though, lads, where they're putting themselves in positions where there's no trade potential. There's no real multi-kill potential either. Walco just gets caught out in the spot. You're going to clear 9 times out of 10. And if you're at this level, you should be clearing 11 times out of 10. And Classy as well, in a spot where he's pretty much one and done.
Yeah, those kind of angles, I don't love seeing them because it's so hard to win after you get that first kill. I mean, it's really, you're banking on them making a mistake, and you're kind of thinking you're a sharpshooter, which, yeah, you might be, but you're not always going to hit those. You know, it's a hard angle to have, but either way, he commits to it. He gets the one. There was information gained, and now there's some damage being gained here for BHOP as they were able to get some pretty good inflicting against CHOP. He's already down to 60. A little bit more with 1 HP, or 1 HP of a damage from a nade. I mean, nothing really to brag about.
Hey, man, 1 HP is 1 HP.
1 HP is 1 HP, man. And look at this now. BHOP again. They just go through the slow execute into secret, and they've been able to make their way across. Walker was waiting things out in garage, but he's not able to spot these players. So now they have the lower sight.
And there's nobody there from Carpe Diem either. The op from Wiz is the closest thing. They can cross into sight relatively unopposed as Wiz is actually back boxes. They're going to try and clear him out, too. They know somebody has to be towards ramp. They're going to try and deal with this early threat first. Good decision right there from BHOP. And there goes Classy. Wiz will net 1. Down the vents, Rex holding the line. That's a great angle for him. Just reads it perfectly. Chop not expecting it. Wiz is falling in the meantime. Bomb going down on B. A 7th round on the T side for BHOP. Pretty much secured as Hext and Walco want nothing to do with this retake. Off the back of the timeout, BHOP regroup. They find new life, and that kind of passive play outer yard from Carpe Diem in response to getting one player picked off early last time gives that secret rock all the way over to BHOP. That's a free secret, as you called it, and a free B side again. There's some holes in the CT side here for Carpe Diem, and BHOP, they have found them. They have really done a good job of finding and exploiting the holes in the Carpe Diem CT side. You can definitely tell they put in the time in the demos and figuring out how this Carpe Diem squad likes to play on CT.
Yeah, it's evident that we're definitely seeing that BHOP have done their homework and been able to watch some of the recent matches from Carpe Diem. And I think you said this yesterday, is right now for Carpe Diem, I mean, they're in these situations where they have to play the percentages, right? Like, that's the difficult part about Nuke CT side, is that you have to preserve those funds. You have to make sure that you can transition those rifles. And sometimes that means when you lose that first opening duel, maybe the second one, you just got to wave the white flag and say, yeah, we cannot commit to this, and we got to save these guns as much as possible. And BHOP, they've done a magnificent job able to just capitalize getting free real estate. And Carpe Diem's not punishing them for that. And like this last round, we saw 3 of them just walk outside. No utility. And they get inside a secret just like that. And there was no retake situation from Carpe Diem.
Yeah, no retake. That's been a story we've seen so far today in a lot of cases. It's been no retake from Carpe Diem. They'll call a timeout here, though. Try and come into this with a fresh perspective. Chop on an MP9. Wiz with the FAMAS M4s and the rest. Bit of utility as well scattered through. The kits on the saved players of Hext and Walco. BHOP splitting up a little more. Lots of lobby pressure though, leaving one outer yard that's wrecked to get some information. Smoke's outside too. But that's just going to be a guys for Rec to go around and try and exploit some angles. Classy is spraying away towards ramp. Does a good amount of chip damage, but he's not going to be able to get a kill. Walco's coming in J-Hub. Molotov will force him away. So he cannot force. No, he goes forward through the molly and only goes 1-for-1. Classy had retreated, so there's no chance of a refrag there. 1-for-1 trade will favor BHOP, and they have plenty of time to rotate around. Not to mention Rex still in his snake in the grass position, lurking around the outer yard. A lot of this kind of hinges on what Rec can do and what he can find information-wise, kill-wise. There's a lot of options for BHOP given how they're positioned and how much space they've been gifted. And now 2 coming up through secret. Rec's got to be careful. He still gets 1? He gets 1 out of that, and that is more than enough. BHOP ready to split back towards A, but Hext has an angle, and he could shut this down.
Yeah, what better player than Hex, man? He's on top of the heaven. But now these T's, they're going to actually change their plan again. They made the distraction point, and you can see 2 players are still inside, and Classy is going to be the one that's inside of radius, so he's going to wait things out a little bit longer. And these T's now are going to be walking their way through. Classy now gets the noise cue. He knows that they're going for the execute. The door's open, so he might be able to find something, but the molly blocks him for any aggression. But there's time ticking. The bomb needs to get planted. He's not able to swing this. Now it's going to be distinguished. It gets planted just in time. Stan's able to help him out now. It's a 2-and-2. Flashes are coming in. More utility. Another Molotov to make more of a kibosh in this plan. And now Hex, he has to come alive. He's the one player that needs to pop off, but he's going to get taken out. He's done. And now it's just down to an MP9 with 4 HP, Boggs. The saving grace. I don't know if he's got the lucky stars here, but this is asking a lot from the CHOP player.
I mean, I think it needs more than lucky stars. It needs all 7 Dragon Balls to have a shot at this one.
I would agree.
He's calling it.
He's gonna survive.
He might get hunted here. Beaky doesn't need to push, though. He knows he's low. Wise decision there for Beaky. You could definitely let him save. But now look at the situation. BHOP have a chance for a 9-6 T-half on Nuke.
This is, I mean, if you're a fan of Carpe Diem, this is a little concerning because, I mean, on this map, historically, this is their stronger side. Their CT side is, this is where they prevail. This is where they do a lot of good damage, but BHOP have really taken a good number.
Yeah, BHOP did their homework. That is plain as day to see. They are finding holes. They are exploiting it. They're making this Carpe Diem defense look like Swiss cheese. It's great T-sides from BHOP right now. It's not anything that's overly complicated either. It's a lot of good coordination and good peeking together, playing the odds and playing where people should be, clearing it out and working off of those picks. Classy trying to re-aggress, will at the very least catch Permy off, and there's a good trade for Hext onto Beaky. But it's still a 3v3. Stan can find Hext to upgrades to an AK, and he will on the last shot he fires. That's a big pick. Gives the man advantage back to BHOP. And another pick, another swing, and another kill for the BHOP side as Chop goes to his demise. Wiz the last alive with a deagle in a 1v3. 2 players are one shot. There is that small consolation. But as he comes up the ramp, BHOP still have yet to make a decision where they want to plant the bomb. They're edging towards A. Stan is the high HP player again. If Wiz can pick up a rifle, maybe there's a chance here. But BHOP doing all their due diligence, clearing out every angle, leaving nothing to chance, nothing to go wrong. Molotov's out, 1 to Hut, 1 to Heaven. And a Wiz shot onto low HP Rec. Gives him an AK upgrade. He has a Molotov. He'll toss it to Eason. But Stan's in a good position to shut this down. Stan's in the right spot. Will he be cleared? No, he won't. 9-6. BHOP of the monster half.
Chasing the night, chasing the night. Hotel rooms and city squares, champagne bottles, drum and snare. The sights and cities seem to fall away when you stay. Locked in love for a night or two, losing sleep just to get off you. Day to day you wanna stay out, you're chasing the night, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night. Chasing the night. You call my bluff for the last time. This ain't a song, it's a battle cry. No life. I see the clue between the strobe lights. I'm haunted, black face, hey, follow.
And BHOP now looking to settle the score here, taking one map advantage over Carpe Diem, going on to Overpass, which we cannot count BHOP out on either. They're now on the CT side, a couple of dual Berettas, and an A-pop coming through here from Carpe Diem. I'm Boggs, joined by Laz. Half number 2, map number 1, bomb going down here for Carpe Diem. And this is going to be a retake scenario for BHOP, playing the retake on the A site. 2 down vents as well for Carpe, but Rex now found another. Stanislaw opens it up. B-Key with a 1-tap on the dual Berettas, showing why these pistols are taking a lot of notoriety now on the CT side. The defuse can come through as soon as the players are dispatched. 1 left and none. Nice little 1-tap there from Silas on the last. And a 10-6 score, but a force buy coming through here, potentially from Carpe Diem. Caveat being they only got 1 kill. They might not want to go all in on this round. Instead, try it with the full guns and utility on round number 3.5. Laz, what are your thoughts on this one? Do they force, do they not?
This is tough, man. I mean, they got the bomb down, but I mean, these rounds are just kind of slipping away. But I would almost like to see just like a light purchase, and there we go. All right, I mean, they're just going to fully invest. They're going to do the exact opposite of what I said. But you know what? I mean, they're down in rounds, and it's a tough situation. It's kind of 50-50. You either bank that you hopefully win the next round, but I mean, if they can win this forced, this is going to affect the money situation for BHOP, but they're putting a lot on this one, man. And smokes are going to be placed, so that's going to be the lead charge here from BHOP. Now waiting things out. You can see the nades are getting ready to get popped. Hex is going to be able to drop inside of Mini, and now actually he's gone all the way outside. He's got himself some interesting footing.
Very interesting, and a lot of ground gained. A wide open B side for Carpe Diem to exploit here. Hex getting around as well. Could Goomba Stomp Beaky take him down from up top? It's a messy engagement. And Hex will not be able to pull the Obi-Wan Kenobi card just yet. The high ground does not get him the powerful advantage. And he's going to get stomped from above by Rek, who says it is over. He has the high ground. Spermy taken down, but Rek will avenge him. 4v3, but Rek's very low. Has to keep an eye on that as the retake's going to come through here for BHOP. Back-to-back bomb plants, though, and Classy in a good angle, spamming with the deagle, unable to find a mark. Chops come through, and he's landed 2. In comes Rek on low HP. He's got 4. 1 kill per health point, and Stanislaw with the half damage onto Walko. There's no time, though, and Rek surely will die unless he's able to escape in the nick of time, get behind something. He's going to be able to survive here. So will Stan. And a round won by Carpe Diem that they got gifted for free, almost reminiscent of how BHOP were able to get a few of their rounds, just waltzing into an open B site.
That's huge, man. That is huge. Yeah, I was going to say, like, and I was kind of thinking, like, you can either go with the big aggressive purchase or you don't, but there's more risk to it, right? I mean, you're obviously spending everything you have in the bank, but if you win it, you break the economy game here for BHOP, and them winning that round, now it affects them because, like, you can see they're going to just try to force up what they can. They got some FAMASs. You know, they're really scraping the barrel of what they can do. They have one rifle, which is the M4. That's going to be in the hands of Rec, and this is a good situation for Carpe Diem because with that bomb plant, even though everybody dies, they still have a lot for utility that they can purchase. So this is a good position for them to kind of bring things back into a little bit more of an even footing and equilibrium, but this round's going to be just as important now too.
Yeah, it's a big important round for BHOP, and they call that timeout to make sure they have the best chance of taking it. FAMAS on 2 and M4 on 1, double 5.7's good gun to have on this map. Close range duels can be very useful and very advantageous if you do have that 5.7 in hand. The Galil's out for Carpe Diem. Going to turn the tide back into their favor. Overpass their pick as map number 2, but as mentioned in the pre-show, a map that BHOP took down Party Astronauts on 16-14. So Carpe Diem cannot rest on their laurels. Stanislaw 1 for 1, traded back by CHOP, who does take quite a bit of damage there. 28 HP left to his name. Bomb will be going back up secret and to the outer yard. Yeah, it's leaving B. It's going back towards A. Wiz still lurking around. Rec keeping an eye on the secret exit. And he could get himself a gift here. A smoke going out. A flash to help. But it looks to me like both teams are kind of confused as to what exactly is going on. And Walco eliminates Rec. That's the M4 gone. And a man advantage going the way of Carpe Diem.
And Walco wins that fight with a Galil. I mean, the nades were great. I mean, the smoke came in. It didn't quite work. I mean, they threw it for the locker, so that was one thing that they could isolate. But the flash came in that allowed the one player, I think that was Rec, that was on top. But you never would expect a Galil to win a fight like that, ever. I would say 9 times out of 10 in that kind of range, but they're going to make it happen. Silas is able to find one, gets himself gifted that Galil now. Back to an even footing we go, and the CTs kind of stuck in a bit of a door moment, and now they're going to go for the rotate in. They're all grouped together. I mean, they can afford to go for this. I mean, they might as well. I mean, they could try to save this if they want. Like I said, the money situation is kind of in shambles, but I mean, it's not like you have the best weapons to save these with.
Still, I think a save is the best call here for BHOP. There's no real reason to throw these guns away. Give yourself something to fight with in the next round. M4 stolen, but Walco trying to deny any saves. Nade will go out, and it'll do a little bit of damage, and it'll be able to be enough to finish off both of them. Good work there from Walco. 8 rounds now to Carpe Diem, and BHOP still sitting at 10. No bunny for them to buy up either. So the USPs will have to be all they have to fight with. Maybe a P250 for Silas. Utility will be his purchase of Flashbang. It's an advantageous round for Carpe Diem, trying to close that gap. And if they're able to tie it up, then things get a little scary for BHOP here. And Carpe Diem don't have to run this round fast, although they are prepping for a pretty fast round. Utility flooding in onto the A site. Carpe Diem already out on site. And BHOP walled out of it. Bomb going down with 1:30 on the clock. It's all a matter of holding the line now.
Oh, these nades are going to do so much damage too. There it is. It's going to be Hex. He's able to get himself a nice double. Big old Collat with the nade and gets himself a 2 for the price of 1. We'll take those any day. Now a nice little cleanup here from Carpe. I love the mixture in the strategy too. I mean, in that kind of a round, a little ballsy though, right? I mean, they're going against pistols and they decide just to go for the inner pop, especially when pistols can be a little problematic in those up close situations. But BHOP went for a bit of a gamble on the stack. No, Wiz is trying to make something out with a Mac 10, and there you go. It's going to be a 9th round we'll see from Carpe. They're going to be able to take all the players out. Only 1 casualty from the bomb. That'll be fine. The money situation kind of back into a little bit of effect here for BHOP, and we're going to see the M4 is going to be purchased. There is enough to glass cannon off if they want, but I don't know if it's really worth it at this point. And no, it's not. Silas is actually going to just force up with an MP9 full util.
Where is he going to play with that? Is he going to be up towards ramp? Is he going to get boosted to the boxes? Is he going to play top hut? Is he going to be somewhere where the MP9 will be an advantageous gun? It looks like he's going to be on the A site, back silos. An interesting choice from BHOP to play the MP9 there. He was also a player with a good amount of utility. Could have tossed that around as well, giving him a better, more aggressive start and position. Carpe Diem in the meantime, still taking this one slow and steady, getting some pressure outer yard. Nice opening there from Classy. It gets dinked, but he turns right on Beaky. Nade will connect, though. Stanislaw trades it right back, but it still opens up a little more space for Carpe Diem to operate. Chop clearing into garage. Stanislaw ready on the other side. Wins that duel. Doesn't take any damage. And BHOP now trying to post around on the CT side. They've won once. That was the pistol. Now, they're going to try get their first on the guns. They've done a bit to start this off well. Can they finish the job?
Ooh, 2 players on ramp too. Oh, they're gonna still fight this though. Flashes come in, a good counter that comes from BHOP. They're realizing, yeah, don't think I want to go against 2 people right now, and especially in ramp room. Walko is the one player that's kind of waiting outside. He's been able to get himself into connector now. Clearing off the first vent, but hasn't checked the other one. Rek though. Oh, Rek's been able to spot him. And there it is. BHOP pick up the second round of this second half and keep the lead going. Enough money in the bank here for Carpe. They can have enough for the gun rounds, but man, Boggs, I gotta talk about it. I mean, maybe it's a small detail, but to me, it's seeming like a big one. And I mean, Carpe Diem, man, these Galeels, do you ever see that? Like, I feel like we've seen so many duels won by like a Galil to open things up. I feel like that never happens.
A Galil is just an M4 with a more unruly spray and less initial accuracy. That's all it is. It's an $1,800 M4.
Like M4A4?
Yeah.
Damn. I mean,
It's
I'm
literally
a huge caveat for it.
M4.
Yeah, like I'm a huge caveat for the Galil. Like I think it's the best purchase for $1,800. Like you cannot go wrong. But I just feel like we never see this much effect happening from a gun like that. I just don't feel like we ever see a lot of opening duels happening. And I think it was Walko, what, 2 rounds ago? He's able to get himself a triple.
Yeah, the
duels
long
like from
range
across
the heaven player.
Yeah, like when does that happen?
When it's Carpe Diem.
That's true. That is Carpe Diem.
They did call the timeout going into this one too, and Walko's back on the Galil, so maybe we'll see a little more Galil magic from him.
Sure hope so.
That's a big opener.
Good spam damage though coming in from BHOP too. Now Glacia actually going to push out right through Squeaky. Walko, he's able to find one. There you go. Rek's only able to hold down one. Stan actually peeks, but Glacia, oh, he actually looks away. I'm not sure if he actually spotted him. I thought he did. Stan taking some big damage. He's already down to 27. Going for that duel outside. Wins the spray. Now the smoke's going to come in so that he can at least leave this heaven position. But he just gets eaten alive. And Walko finds himself another. And it's just down to Spermie. A 1-on-2. He's got the utility now. He burns the last piece of it. It's going to be the flash. And he goes for the spray. Takes down the one. Now there's only one more. But it's Glacia holding a tight angle. He does it again. The one and done. And now we got ourselves double digits.
It's a narrow victory, though, for Carpe Diem. It's not clean. BHOP, they're in a weirdly awkward money situation with Stan and Beaky both around 2K, 2.5K if you average it out. They're going to call a timeout here and figure out what to do. Because Carpe Diem, too, are just gaining more and more momentum as this match keeps on progressing. They're keeping it close. They're not letting BHOP run away with it. And the side we expected to see very strong results from, the CT side, just hasn't been there. BHOP, they've won 3 rounds. 2 have been with guns. 1's been the pistol. But Carpe Diem already putting up 4. Keeping BHOP in a rough situation, trying to get this all tied up. They have the AKs. They still have the Galil for Walko and Hex. Not like it's really mattered for either of those 2 guys. They've been able to do the damage, whatever they have in their hands. Carpe Diem have really brought this one back. It's been a very impressive map for Carpe Diem's mental strength, where they've had a couple periods of time where they've been in the doldrums. They've been knocked down a peg or 2, and they've just climbed up the ladder again and tried to bring it level with BHOP, who now have a Mag 7 on Beaky. I love this call. The shotgun's on Nuke. It's a classic. It's not quite the XM, but it's still going to do a good job if they walk into it. Silas with the opener, pushing aggressive outside with the A4 in his hands. Gets taken down low, but he'll do the taking. Grabs the bomb as well. Drops a molly on it too. Flashbang pops high for Hex as he'll go up on top of Silo. Making sure nobody's around close by. Trying to recover the bomb for his side. Knows where it is now. There's a scout train on. No, it's just an M4. And there's a Galil win for you, Laz. Galil's just better with the double tips.
I love to see it. I love it. But I mean, big play from Silas. I mean, again, like you said, low HP, still able to win 2 kills. He's still alive in Beaky. Okay, wow. Puts the USB to work, and now it's just down to 2. It's a 4-on-2 situation. Classy and Walco, the last 2 remaining players. And Walco's had a really good game so far. 16 kills that he's sitting on, but Classy now trying to get himself in a better footing. He's been able to get across outside, and Walco's going to come through secret. Classy might be able to find this one tap away, but it's going to be Spermy to help out. This is looking like an issue for Walco. I mean, now he's got to get 3 players to go against a Mully with PC utility. Now he's been located, and Spermy, there you go. Quick little jiggle. And the money is gained.
Money's gained, round gained. The gap grows 2 rounds between these 2 sides, and there's no real money for Carpe Diem now. They're going to have to be back on pistols again, and it's a good opportunity for BHOP to get to a pretty critical standing point in this overall map at 13 rounds. Carpe Diem still within striking distance, and if they're able to pull off this pistol round, then even more so. Galil in Beaky's hands, works like an M4 there. Sprays down Walco. And up on top, Marshmallow Wiz will get taken down very low. The nade should finish the job. No, he dodges it around the AC vent. That's lucky and good skill there by Wiz, tapping away with his Glock, looking for a long-range Glock kill. Probably won't go his way in the end. More damage dealt, this time onto Hext, as BHOP looking to lock this one down and minimize their casualties. Carpe Diem, though, only with a couple more opportunities to be able to turn this tide back into their favor and take Nuke on map 1 here, Laz, if they're not able to get anything done here this round. That's a nice one by Chop, though. Gets the second kill of the round and brings it to a 4v4.
Yeah, it's back to an equal footing, but okay. Another Deeg shot here from Classy. It takes down Beaky. I was thinking it's equal, but I'm not looking like it now, but both Wiz and Hex now really low, 37, 27 HP from both of them, respectfully. And these CTs now have to be a little bit careful. You have the double stack that's towards inside. You got Spermy now just kind of creeping his way in through to radio, and he's holding a tight angle. We saw this before. Might be able to find this easy kill. No, he won't. He's going to die to a Glock. Oh, not like this. BHOP are letting this slip now. The floodgates are starting to open.
This is a problematic round for BHOP. Even if they're able to win it, it's still a problematic round because of the economic implications. Silas sprays down 2, that's the bomb! And now maybe they are going to salvage it off of a hero play from both Silas and Rek, but Silas more importantly. Still, the implications. Money, not great for Spermy or Stan. Beaky has enough. They can shuffle guns around, but it's not going to be pretty. A timeout called, and definitely this has... No, it's Carpe Diem. I was going to say this could definitely be a BHOP call, though, because of how they kind of got exploited there by the pistols and got lucky in the end that they were able to get the timings on those sprays. A round that Carpe Diem could actually take quite a bit of confidence from right there. As they go into the guns, they'll have a timeout. This is almost the deciding round, though. Carpe Diem lose this. It's 15-10.
Yeah, and their money situation too. I mean, they're all kind of sitting in the decent high 3s. I was kind of wondering what's going to go on. Late purchase, I was thinking, are they going to just go for the pistol buy? But no, they're going to just purchase what they can. They're going to force up everything. Which I was going to be surprised if they didn't, but yeah, like you said, a telling round, and they have the 2,400 loss bonus, so we'll have to see what they're going to do with this. And now actually Chop, he's going to be able to take down Beaky. A little bit of counter-aggression we're now seeing from BHOP, trying to mix things up. Stan now trying to creep what he can do outside. Finds one kill. Classy's now aware, but he's going to be able to find that trade immediately. So still giving that player advantage here for Carpe Diem. They've been able to take down some of the aggressive plays, but gonna have to reset a little bit. And now Classy has been able to make himself inside of Secret. And the CT is back to a 2-player setup towards inside, having Spermy just locked on ramp. So they've given up Secret. They've given up lower for the time being.
So something we saw Carpe Diem do as well back on their CT side, and they got burned for it a couple of times. Bomb dropped down to Wiz, waiting for the package. Hex will spot the player pushing through hot. He expects Silas too. Now he has a teammate fighting there. Classy making his way up, and he's going to crow. He's he's not going to crouch spray down Silas. He's going to get caught out himself. Silas still stuck out in a bit of a rough spot, but he's going to survive with 15 HP. In the meantime, out through Trophy Room, Spermy bags one, but only one. Walco strikes back. And a critical round won by Carpe Diem. Their money, though, not going to be too great. No bomb plant. Money not great either for BHOP. Still better for Carpe Diem here, and we'll see what they're going to be able to fight with in this round. BHOP, if they're going to go for any investments, they're going to go all in. They're on a double eco, I guess, so that does make sense. Buy up here. Worst case scenario, tied up at 13. Doesn't sound like a good scenario to me, though, does it, Laz? Going from leads to being tied up here with only 3 rounds separating either team from victory.
Yeah, this is not the position you want to be in if you're BHOP. And now they're resorting on the pistols, like you said, Deagles, and just a 5-7 here across the board to keep themselves alive as much as possible. But Carpe Diem have every opportunity. They can bring this thing right to a tie game. And a bit of a default situation that we're seeing from BHOP. They're going to just post up the double inside, having the one player inside a mini, which is Stan, and you can see the lurk that's coming in. We already have the players that have been able to make it through lower, clearing everything out. You have Spermy again, just playing on ramp, but he's not inspecting. He's not looking around. He's expecting something to be coming from ramp. So this is going to be a free site execute now. BHOP are going to have to do something quick.
Spermy's there. He'll try and do something quick. But he's going to get smoked and mollied. Good utility usage coming through from Carpe Diem. Throwing the classic retake util. Spermy spams, and he'll get spammed back. Forced away in towards ramp. Bomb going down. Astralis planned here for Carpe Diem. BHOP have a decision to make. Do they go for the retake, or do they try again next round with this same sort of buy? And they're going to try again next round. It's a wise decision. There's no reason to throw these guns away when you can give yourself another chance at it. If they went for it and they lost, well, they'd be on pistols, just stock USPs into the next round. So a good disciplined call coming through here from Stan. A wise decision. And you never know, this could still find a mark in the next round. It's not going to be an easy one for Carpe Diem. Still some resistance to deal with going into the next. They've almost tied it up at long last. It seems like every single time Carpe Diem get within that one round, BHOP strike back and find a way to keep their lead. But Carpe Diem, they never say die. This is a team, as you mentioned before, that is stuck together through thick and thin, that's been together for, I believe, somewhere around 3 years now, at least the core 4. And Classia has been off and on with this roster for the last year and a half. This team knows each other inside and out. There's a reason why they've been able to grow up the ranks.
Yeah, exactly. And we talked a lot about that in the pre-show, right? I mean, that's kind of the big caveat for this team, is that they have been together for quite some time. A little bit of, influx with Classia joining, leaving, coming back, the whole thing. But at least the core 4 have been together for a significant amount of time, which I think is something we can't always say within our teams these days. But it's a good thing to see. And through thick and thin, these guys are now getting themselves closer to a tie game, and Carpe Diem just have to make sure they're not playing sloppy on this one so that they can bring themselves back to that tie game. But look at how much hesitation they have, really waiting things out. You can see now the execute's going to come out through. The smokes are going to be placed for the smoke wall. And even now BHOP, they're actually switching up their composition a little bit more. They actually had, I think, double players on towards ramp. So I'll have a double player inside too. Silas and Mini, so this is going to be a bit of a crunch. I think they're going to try to go through the connector and maybe hit inside. And Classia got the door open, so he might be able to find this. Checks his angles. Okay, it's going to be dicey, but he'll make it work. And now he's going to get roasted alive. He's getting roasted alive, and he's done.
There's a nice little kill there for Silas. Walco will trade it back and do even more damage to him. Hex will finish the job. Spermy and Stan coming in through lobby. Not going to get kicked out just yet. It's all down to Stan on a 1v3, grabs the AK, and looks to retreat here, saving that rifle into the next round. Not a bad call. Not a high percentage retake with no kit. So he'll try and save into the next round and do what he can with it, or toss it over to somebody like Rek, who's having a game, or Silas. Stan's not having a bad game either, 20 and 17. So whoever gets that AK into the next round, they have a lot of work on their shoulders. The whole of BHOP do. Because this is where Carpe Diem can flip this one around. This is where Carpe Diem can grab a map lead for the first time in a long, long time. Since it was 6-5 in favor of BHOP. They have not led.
It's true. It's been a while, and now we're back to a tie game, and Big Green going to be purchased here for Wiz, so we'll have to see what they want to use this off for on the T side. And everything's spent now for BHOP. We talked about them giving up those 2 rounds. They didn't have the money. They had to double save it, so now got enough funds in the bank to see what they can make work of. No op going to be for them, but look at a little bit of a change of pace here from Carpe Diem now. They're getting a bit more aggressive. BHOP going to be able to make it across. He's taking some big damage, but at least he's got into Secret Stairs. Stanislaw inside of Garage. He finds a kill and gets that kill on the Walker. That's a big one. That's a huge pickup.
That's a very, very big pickup. The top fragger of Carpe Diem unable to have his effect in this round as Stanislaw removes the extra weight from his shoulders. Clasia lurking around lobby. Slow and steady pace from Carpe Diem. The op from Wiz is out as well, which has failed to find anything so far. The op on the T side of Nuke. It's a bit of a double-edged sword, especially when your opponents aren't using it. It becomes a lot harder to get anything done with it because the angles that the defenders hold aren't necessarily too exposed unless you're going for like a garage fight. And without an op, there's no reason to overstay a garage battle. Go for a peek, maybe play around credit cards. But you don't have to play too aggressive now. It's a lot more towards coat room, a lot more towards heaven, and a good angle there. But Wiz can strike. Classy is low, so is Chop. But it's leveled to a 4v4. J-Hall pressure coming through now by BHOP. But A pressure coming in from Carpe Diem. Scylla sitting behind Tetris. Classy a tight angle and lockers. Catches a blindside onto Stanislaw. Pushes forward, but Spermy delivers a trade. In they go towards A. Into the open is Silas, and down to the ground he goes. Last 2 players going up heaven. Nade will go through and do absolutely no damage as Rec drops down. But so is the bomb. It's down towards B, and they should have enough time to plant. It goes down back silo, and Wiz can post. Nice shot onto Spermy. It's all down to Rec in a 1v2. 43 HP to grab a lead back or let it slip back to the hands of Carpe Diem. No utility, no kit for the CT player on the retake. AK going up into control. Wiz up on this catwalk now, sitting in the corner. Chop in towards Cubby. Wiz, the first one to contact, and the last wins that duel. 14-13, Carpe Diem, a lead at last.
Ooh-wee. Okay, Wiz. I was saying they bought an op. I know he can do some pretty big things. He's been a bit quiet, but man, did he put on a show. Triple kill. Get himself to almost a 13-14 scoreline now for himself. Comes up big. Now, BHOP, they don't have the funds. I mean, they're going to have to scrape this one. They either decide to go for an investment or they really got to bank and fight for overtime. This is tough.
Yeah, there's a reason they're calling a timeout here. They have to figure out something. They cannot let this one slip out of their hands. Think of the heartbreak they would undergo if they lost this map. It would not be pretty, Les. It would not be pretty.
Especially going into the second map, too. I mean, this is the pick for BHOP. If anybody's wondering, like, who picked this map? Yeah, BHOP did. And they looked really good. And now Carpe Diem, they've kind of woke up a little bit now, right? And they got themselves in that lead, like something we haven't been able to say for a really long time, like you mentioned. And they are just going to preserve the pistols. Just keep that one rifle for Stan. Smokewall going to come in and Chop again. He gets that secret stair control for free. Doesn't take any damage this time. So now these CT players haven't been able to put any map pressure on. They're all just playing default positions and really just turtling things up now. And I think tensions are starting to get to them.
There's a lot of tension right now in the air. It's definitely palpable. And if this was on land, it would be even more so, with probably a lot more trash talk. But flashes in towards the ace out of Pop coming through. Stan wins the duel from Garage onto one. Rec chimes in and Stan with another. It's all down to Chop and Wiz now. And just Chop essentially as Wiz is 14 HP. Trying to shotgun up as he's getting aggressed on by Rec. Gets the first, tries to get another if he can. A 2v3 is doable. Now Wiz is taking the fight. He's going aggressive, and he will strike. One more push coming through, perhaps. Stan's still in Garage. Chop's not ready. It all rests onto Wiz, and he might be a wizard, but this might be too tall a task for him. A power he has not been tested against yet. A 1v3 with 14 HP. No bomb on his back in time. His enemy, 28. 14-14, looking likely. Money enough to buy up next round for Carpe Diem. And Wiz has to contemplate tossing the op out of the map, is giving it over to BHOP at this stage. would give them a massive boon. No retake attempt from Wiz. No take attempt. He will save. The guns will be recovered. 2 AKs and an M4 going to the next round for BHOP. Unless Stan wants to upgrade. His hat trick might say otherwise. And it will be enough. Stan does enough. BHOP tie it up for the back of the timeout.
Oh, man. I was thinking, okay, BHOP, man, they went really conservative on that purchase. And I was like, yeah, man, they're just turtling. They're not able to find anything. And look at that. They just crunched Carpe Diem, man. And now they got themselves back into a tie game. They, like you said, able to pick up 3 rifles. And now the money doesn't even have to be burned. And this is good now for the late game. And Carpe Diem, they have enough money to make this work. And Silas, holy moly, he gets eaten alive with those nades. He's down to 30. We're seeing Carpe Diem showing a little bit of that frustration, trying to put a bit more pressure towards outside. Stanislaw waiting inside of the secret now. He's not going to just let Chop get it for free. He's in a great position. They clear it out with a molly, but they don't still maybe expect him to be in this corner. The flash comes in. Stan could get this peek, and he might be able to win this engagement. These players aren't even looking at him right now.
No, this is an opportunity. Classy making some noise out towards ramp. But he's not going to push it. There's been no recovery. There's been no information peek from BHOP that direction. Stan's still sitting out towards garage here. Nade going in does a couple of points of damage. Nothing major. And an A pop on the cards again for Carpe Diem. It didn't work last time. Gonna try it again. The A pops really haven't worked at all for Carpe Diem in the grand scheme of things.
They haven't. There it is. Coming in now. It's going to be a flurry of nades. Can hold this down. Walco again. Who better than to lead the charge? He's still just spraying frantically. Still able to win a fight. And now it's going to be Hex able to top it off. And it's just down to Spermy now. An AK in hand. He has a diffuser. He's going to have to be able to pop things off. He's going to have to go against 3 members of Carpe Diem. The bomb about to get planted. I think now Boggs, he's just going to toss it in. Realizing he cannot go for this. He's not in the position to win these fights and try to preserve this gun. And he has enough money. Even with this loss, he's going to be able to buy one of his teammates. And it's a tough call, but it's the right one.
It's the necessary call. It's tough. It's almost like chopping off your hand to survive here. A bit of hyperbole, but...
I was going to say, nobody ever wants to chop off their hand.
Sometimes you got to do it to survive. It's happened before.
That movie. What movie is that? There's a movie about that. Isn't there a hiker that like chops off his leg or something? Get out.
I believe so. Yeah, it's probably happened multiple times actually.
I'll wait for chat to say it. I know it's gonna come back to me. It's like 53 days or some weird number, or I don't know.
If it's a movie, I probably haven't seen it.
Oh, Bob.
Unless it's Lord of the Rings or Star Wars, then I've seen it too many times.
Well, Star Wars. I mean, Darth Vader does lose his hand, so that's one thing.
And so does Luke.
Oh, true.
And Dooku. And Palpatine.
yeah.
Or not Palpatine.
And everybody
Windu.
loses their hands.
George Lucas loved cutting people's hands off.
It's apparently a thing.
What's a thing? It's map point here for Carpe Diem. 15-14 the score. And an opportunity here for Carpe Diem to put this one to bed and take away their opponent's map pick. A lot more belabored than they would have liked. But still, a win is a win going onto your map pick. And a bit of a gutting loss for BHOP if it does come through here. Still, BHOP have a buy. They have a couple of kits. An MP9 on stand. Rifles with the rest. Wreck comes up with a big opening, but Hex trades it back on his spam. Leveling it up to a 4v4. Lots of time, but a dangerous amount of time where Carpe Diem might think they have a little too much, when in reality they don't have a lot. Stand 1 kill. Beaky another. Wiz and Hex 2v4 to put this one away.
Oh, man, you got that opera, too. I mean, Wiz does some big things with it, but it's 2-on-4, and both players are just stuck outside of lobby and tough footing that they're going to have to get with now. And 30 seconds left on the clock here that they're going to have to work with. One more flash, a piece of utility between the two players. And a tough call to what they want to go for. I mean, you have the double players waiting in inside, actually triple if you count Stan being in mini, and then you have Spermy just locked down again in ramp. Now we're have to see they go through B squeaky, and Hex is able to win the first engagement. Now he has to ace clutch this to stay alive. 10 seconds remaining. I don't know if he's gonna have enough time, and Spermy, if he gets the right position, he should be able to get this free kill. Tap away, Spermy. Oh, he's sticking with his food, and there we go. We got ourselves a tie game. We're going to overtime.
To be honest, I wasn't even running, but very soon I'm gonna run it. I demand it, man, I want it. Push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. This is fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What about too hard, ayy? What about too hard, ayy? About too hard, ayy. They not gon' like this. Don't like surprises. I cause a crisis. Man, I'm a scientist. With the music, I spice things up to my liking. Man, I want nice things, nice things. That's not an AK, it's a Uzi. I pull up and shoot it to movie. I'm chasing the bag, not a coochie. Cut ties with the fake, now it's Gucci. Word of my nigga from the 021. You count 6 shots and I count 2 guns. Some people still think I rap just for fun, but soon they look up to me just like the sun. Yeah, you can come over here. Swear it's like no career. Swear you got no idea. Soon you have no career. Take a good look in the mirror. They need to know that I'm here. Don't you act like it ain't clear. Yeah, push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I aim too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. This is fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. Ain't slowing down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What about too hard, ayy? What about too hard, ayy? About too hard.
I've been working part-time jobs, chasing all my dreams now lately. No matter if I try too hard, nothing's ever enough, baby. No, I don't care too much. I don't care too much. As long as I can keep you by my side, I don't care too much. We got time, no rush. In your eyes, I always see there is something meant for me. In your eyes, I always feel different.
Back-to-back opening game overtimes for us here in ECL Season 41 North America. I'm Boggs, joined by Laz, BHOP, Carpe Diem, 15 all on the first map of Nuke, picked by BHOP. Carpe Diem on the T side here, probably just looking for 1 round, at the very least stay alive. They grab 2. It'll give them an advantage here to pushing this one over the line and into their favor. They have the op for Wiz. Stan has the op for BHOP. There's a good amount of utility still standing for this CT side. But Carpe Diem have gone down into the waiting arms of Stan. He's waiting in secret tunnels. He's ready for this, Laz.
Yep, gets gifted one. Oh, he's going for more. Look at Stan. Look at Stan. He's able to find 3. Puts that up. It's light after light. It's just going to be there with Silas to get it all done. And BHOP, man, a little bit of a break, and they get themselves an easy first round of the OT. And we talked a lot about Stan with the big green, and you know, he picks up a kill or 2, but man, when pressures are high, he prevails.
That's a big clutch up there from Stan on his timeout called here for BHOP. No op into this round though either for BHOP, or excuse me, Carpe Diem calling this timeout. BHOP not going for the op this round though. Stan has a massive play with it first round of overtime and decides, you know what, I don't need that anymore. I'm past that life. It's all about that M4A1 now, man. You gotta be one with nature, man. It's silent.
Oh man, I got my highlight reel. We're good. We're done.
Yep. Clip,
That's
dot
like me.
clip, done.
That's all I do. I'm like, yep, no, I'm good. We're not doing that anymore. Someone else do it, please.
Can attest.
Yeah.
Remember, you clipped like both of your clutches last time we played.
Oh, true. Yes, yes. Man, you got to. Like, you know, it's a feature. What you do.
It's a great feature. League Pass, guys. I think it gives you 5 clips a month. Plus free league entry, you know. Worth. Really worth.
Well, I'll tell you one thing though, Boggs, is Rec is, what is going on? I mean, he's running around everywhere. He's taken down with some utility, but Silas, he's able to find 2 more, and there's Rec able to help him out now. We see the Carpe Diem try to mix up it again on the playbook. A little bit of a pop, a little bit sloppy, but it doesn't work out for him. Now Wiz and Hex, the last 2 remaining. Smoking them all. He lost piece of utility here for the ramp crunch, and Spermy might not expect this. He's got his knife out. He's going to get taken out for it. Still player advantage, though, here for BHOP. Only going to be used, and now these CTs. Nobody's really close by. The only one is going to be Rec. He's inside of locker, so he might be able to find this. And look at that. Peekaboo! There he is, but the bomb's still going to get planted. Wiz by himself now in the big old clutch situation. Flash comes in. He's just fully exposed. No defuse yet. Oh, but he's given up his spawn now. They know exactly where he is in the IGL. The nail to the coffin, and a 17 for BHOP.
And a 30 bomb for Stan. But if BHOP sweep this CT side, surely they have map 1. Like, Carpe Diem are going to be hard-pressed to come back from this one. If BHOP win all 3 on CT side, given how Carpe Diem only won 6 rounds total on their CT half, it's not going to be pretty. They've got the AKs. No op for Wiz. Spermy on the op now for BHOP. See if he can come up with a hero play here for the CT side. But Carpe's T side has kind of fallen into the same sort of repetitive pattern, where they end up going in towards like an A hit usually, or either way, they go for the same general default. And it's being read well by BHOP, as we saw their CT side being read as well in the earlier half. Molotov's utility flooding in, maybe a secret push coming through here from Carpe Diem yet again. But as time dwindles away, they haven't really committed to anything yet.
Oh man, if Carpe try to go across with those smokes too, I mean, both Stan and Beaky are waiting for it. There's a gap there, but man, who better than Rec? He's having a great game. Almost 1 kill away from a 30. And now just standing a little bit more. Carpe not able to find the trade. They finally get their first kill, taking down Stan. And again, it's just Classy and Hex now. Remaining players, a bit of a bind. And Classy's able to take that kill and take down Silas, so that's a good one, but we're going to probably see this bomb. It's now making its way in the back underneath Hell, and I'm thinking he might try to commit to this, but oh, he makes the noise cue. Oh, no.
There's not a lot of time, though, for Carpe Diem. 26 on the clock. It gives them about 20 seconds to get to site and plant the bomb. They're going to have to bust in. They're going to go for A. Classy coming in through mini. Spots the gun barrel. Rex gone. Looking for more. Starting to scale onto the site. Beaky's harassing Hex up in heaven. That's the bomb, too. If it can't get to site, that's a problem. Molotov will not stop the plant as Hex dives in. Goes for the dive bomb plant, and he gets it down. Spermy's op around Tetris. Classy is up top, and he's got a lineup for both. He'll spray him down, and it's a 2v4 converted for Carpe Diem. They're not done just yet here. BHOP 17-16. Have the lead, but it is not over yet whatsoever. We still got another half of overtime, at the very least 1 more half of overtime, and if it's like last night, 2 halves of overtime.
Oh man, I love to see it from Classy. We talked about him a little bit earlier on, right? He was one of those players that quiet in this first map, but then he comes up with a quad, gets the best positioning, and his HP, what was it, like under 20 for a majority of that round? He took 1 fight, got so low, and then he somehow still prevails. He's still able to just take down targets, neutralize everybody.
Carpe Diem need to mount a strong CT side. They need at least 2 rounds to be able to pull this one off. Minimum of 2. Gets them into OT2. 3 would give them the win. We haven't seen a team with a terribly strong CT side just yet. BHOP giving us the best option. That was a large part due to Stanislaus' Op 3K out towards Secret. Speaking of Op 3Ks and Op plays, Wiz will get forced back away from the Molotov, so he can't go for a trophy peek. Had a teammate with him too. Good idea on the double swing there. Would have been good if there was no utility, but a wise choice by BHOP to throw that preemptive Molotov and hold them at bay. Pretty standard default overall, though, from Carpe Diem. They got a bit of an eye on towards the Secret run. Utility getting ready to flow out, though. Are they going to go for this peek, or are they going to go for a mini split? There's a lot of options still at the outside and the time available to them. Chop getting a little aggression in towards Hut. Walco has a gap, though, a big gap. And will they even clear this out? Good flashbang. No, they won't. 1-2 for Walco. Could even grab an AK and go for more. Swings out and does a massive amount of damage to both Silas and Stanislaus. Walco comes up big for Carpe Diem. And now Spermy gets caught by Chop. 17 all. Looks very likely.
Walco just comes up big, man. Like you said, he's able to get 2 kills, but I almost want to call it more than that, right? It was like a 2.75. He was able to do some big damage on those players. And that was just the last bullets of the chamber left in the M4 too. And just like that, one player just able to put on some pressure. He's able to just be a little bit pesky, and now BHOP have to do something to keep themselves in this, and Stan now gets taken out. It's just down to Silas going against an op. The shots missed, but he's gonna have a firefight, and there it is. Here we go, Boggs. Gonna be a tie game once again. Carpe Diem come up right out of the gate with a big first round.
That's a big first round indeed. It gets them all tied up. Now they'll need one more to secure overtime too. Of course, they want to win this one in the shortest amount of time possible. But OT2 at the very least securing would be good for Carpe Diem. BHOP getting ready for a faster paced play. A lot of utility already expended from both sides. Classy with that nade. 6 damage. Could have done more. But still, some damage is better than none. Helps out with the M4 one taps at any rate. But with that early utility salvo, neither team really going to go for much. A boost up for Glacia and a regroup for BHOP, and outside pressure may be coming through again. Walco's back in the same spot. Surely they don't get fooled again by this. They have to expect it.
Nobody would ever go to the same spot twice. Ever. Okay, the execute's coming in, but they're going to walk this. They're not going to make a lot of noise, but the nades are being placed. Walco gets the shadow. He's able to find one, though. All right. Now they're probably kicking themselves. Like, I can't believe he actually played there again. Now Beaky's been able to make his crossing into Secret. Not so much of a secret now, and BHOP getting ready for potentially an inner crunch that they're going to try to go for. But Beaky, what he's probably going to try to do is get some inside control or go through the vents maybe. But no, he is actually going to reconvene. Change up that game plan a little bit more, but only 30 seconds just over remaining here, Boggs. And BHOP's going to have to get moving quickly. And now Stan, he's going to be leading this charge.
Leading from the front here, Stan walking out. Hexed with one shutdown after a trade. Chop goes 1 for 1 as well. Does damage onto Spermy. Bomb needs to go down here. It needs to get planted pretty swiftly. 13 on the clock. It'll go down around 10 seconds, and that'll reset to 40. Wiz and Classy going to try and make their way on through. Nade going into Hut. Does no damage. Both players on full HP. Beaky, a lot rests on his shoulders, and he's coming around the outside. Classy could get caught from behind. Flash goes in. A great idea there by the peek from Classy. Knows that Spermy through that flash. Knows he's not going to be ready for the kill. There's a trade. Beaky 1v1. Molotov in. Nade goes forward. Wiz taps. Goes back. Burns a little more. Time. It's gone. It's almost gone. Beaky drops down. He's alive. It is their time. Wiz is sticking. He's holding.
Oh! He just gets it! 0.008 seconds to get to the fuse. Oh my god. He makes it work. Oh. Wow.
0.008.
That's insane. Oh, Beaky had such a good placement, a good play, and he pretty much played that. He played that so well.
Yeah. If he didn't drop down, he wins the round.
I think that's the thing. If he didn't drop, he could have probably won that.
0.008 of a second, Les.
Whew.
And we already have a kill here. We already have a kill going the way of Carpe Diem, who are hot off of the back of a big clutch from their own in-game leader in Wiz. And now, what do BHOP have to offer? They failed the vent drop. They do have a player down towards the B side of things, but Classy is keeping an eye on things with the secondary op. The Carpe Diem have picked up some outer yard control as well. They're going to go for impromptu cross smokes, a Molotov to flush out anybody in as well. Their smoke's going to have a gap, and that's some damage exchange there by Hext. Stanislaw down to 2 HP now. The deed is up. The jig is up. Klassia knows what to expect. He knows people are going to be coming to his direction. Rek holding the line will actually catch Chop on rotation, but takes a lot of damage as well into this 4v4. Beaky's out towards decontamination. Both ops down towards B. If they try to cross, they're going to have a world of pain waiting them. Walco's making his way as well. All 4 remaining BHOP players ready to try and get onto the B site. They have a little bit of utility. No smokes, unfortunately, just Molotovs, but they're going to force the ops away. The bomb can go down. They have time.
Bomb's going to get planted, but look at these players. They're so low. The shot's missed from Klassia. He's not able to find it, but now Stan and Spermy, they're able to make some damage happen. So it's a 4-on-2, but the HP's low. Walco, he's still alive. He's been a heavy hitter. And now we're going to have to see what they can do. Now Wiz has a rifle as well. The combination HP of 15 between Spermy and Stan. 2 players inside a radio, but now it's a survival mode, and Beaky's going to be able to come alive with a double. And we're back to a tie game once again.
Tie scoreline 18 all. OT number 2. Magic number is 22. Man. After all that damage, after the opening, after the clutch from Wiz, I was thinking Carpe Diem had it. I thought they were going to have it in the bag. And then the Molotovs come in, flush the ops back. The kills don't land when they need to. And BHOP claw their way back to a second chance in OT. It's the nuke that will never end right now between these two teams. Buys going to be coming through again for both sides. Plenty of buys. 16k MR3. Wiz going back on the op. Klassia wisely elects to go back to the M4 as the op did not treat him well last round. If Klassia is an M4, I think Carpe Diem win the round.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. Oh, well, right back at it, and now Carpe Diem not going to double up. They're going to just keep the one. Wiz is like, yeah, guys, let's just keep it one, please. Let's not do this. And now BHOP switching up the pace a little bit. They got the 3-2, and they got the players just lurking outside. A deep smoke that comes in from the CT side. Nobody going to contest this here from the CTs, and they're actually kind of allowing a walk over inside a mini. Here's the noise cue. The molly's going to be placed. Let's see what they can do now. Slowly creeping. Klassia waiting for the molly to go through, and he might be able to find the right timing. He might be able to get this kill on the stand. But it's Walco dead, and now Klassia, he's got to pounce. He's got to go for it. It's a spray. It's a little bit sketchy, but he'll make it do.
Rex on site, though. He hears the reload, and he sprays away. He goes for more, but he runs out of ammunition. Klassia still finished off, and Chop back silos is gone. Wiz with the op, the last alive in a 1v4. Again, Carpe Diem doing damage. Again, they're dealing a lot of damage, but it does not count for kills. And BHOP already winning round on the T side is good enough. They win more. They set themselves up for a map 1 victory. Gonna be another buy up from Carpe Diem. Of course it will. BHOP. They're now the team to be reckoned with. They've got an opening round on the T side. They've got the utility. They've got the hero plays. They've got the coordination. And Klassia got the wrong item out when he hit G. Or whatever his drop key is. What a gutsy peek. Just flash into hut, go for that with the M4 and this kind of stakes. That's risky, but sometimes you got to take a little bit of a risk to get some reward. Pays off.
Yeah, now BHOP actually mixing up the plays, so it looks like they're going to get ready for this ramp hit pretty quickly. Wiz going to hold the tight angle. Got Walco just on the other side of red box. So they have a nice setup, actually. This is a really decent read that we're seeing from Carpe Diem. BHOP have been very quiet. Stan's going to be able to find Klassia. There's a little bit of over-aggression that we see. Now Walco, oh, he's changing his position. The flash comes in. Flash comes in, but he's dead. He's gone. He's annihilated. Now Wiz has to be able to put on a show, but he's going to be dead to the grave as well. And BHOP find another opening. Oh, man. Taking Miles, and now it's just down to Chop and Hex. And Hex is going to have to do something, but it's only going to be one kill. And all of a sudden now, Hex with 29 HP remaining on a 1v3. And I'm going to get planted in Boggs. Do we really see this work out for him?
Not after that damage. 2 HP, misses the flash. A Molotov almost taking him down. They know exactly where he's coming from. One player can just watch either angle. Nade will go in, do a little bit of damage to Spermy, and if they peek, they better peek together, or else they do give Hex an opportunity to win. If they chuck a nade, he's dead, but the bullet will do the job. Spermy peeks out, 20-18. BHOP 2 rounds away from winning OT and taking this map here on Nuke, going to Overpass. And when you look overall at the maps in this one, aside from Inferno, it all seems pretty even between Carpe Diem and BHOP. Is that an auto on the ground?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, baby. Is that going to be the ramp auto? No, it's just going to be left in spawn. Okay, they think better of it.
Yeah, I think
Good for my sanity.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, no way they're doing this, right? You're not even in the advantage. Ooh. Ooh, Wiz is getting close. He's getting close to hitting those.
No,
oh,
Classy
no, Classy does pick it up. Oh, he picked it up. He picked it up.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, indeed.
Now the Kool-Aid Man's going to break in and say, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, some good damage, actually, to Silas.
Combo.
Yeah, that's a great combination.
Carpe Diem aren't done. This is a team that doesn't know how to say die. They don't know how to just give up and roll over. They fight until the bloody end. They're doing that just now. Walko just around. Has a headshot angle. 1, 2. Not more damage, but still. Man advantage for Carpe Diem. That's something they have not had in a bit of time. In fact, 3 rounds straight they failed to have that man advantage. Or 2 rounds straight, I should say. They had the man advantage when they lost the last round of OT1. They're going to collapse it on to Beaky out in Mini. It's all down to Silas and Rek with a minuscule chance of winning this round in terms of statistics, but we've seen BHOP have some very good successes from down a couple of players before. Op out for Wiz on the door, cross shot, wallbang headshot. There's a nice little beauty shot there from Wiz. It's all down to Silas now, and he's stuck in control. Players converging on his position. Chop to be the one to put him down. 20-19. 2 rounds on T side necessary now for Carpe Diem. And that's going to be a bit hard to buy the way things have been going.
Whew. Okay. Well, like you said, man, Carpe Diem, they never give up. You know, we talk about overtimes. I think Carpe Diem is honestly one of those teams that knows everything about multiple overtimes. They like going the distance. They got the stamina.
Yeah, last season they had a match against ATK that went to 4 or 5 overtimes on Mirage.
Yeah.
That was me and JRT on the go. That was a long one.
I remember watching and I was like, wow, this is a long game. Well, now we got ourselves a game. It's going back into lost my count of overtimes, but we're back in it. Now Carpe Diem going to be switching things over on the T side, and BHOP now on the CT. No ops going to be here for the CTs at all, and going to be rifles with the 4 silencers with just the A4 available here for Silas, and Wiz going to still have the AWP ready to go. Smokes are already being dispersed up, going to be placed inside. There we go, and now they're going for a big old execute. Now these CTs are a little bit scrambled, and they're trying to figure out what to do, and Silas, he's already taken down to 9 HP. Combination of that utility and the firepower.
Carpe Diem with a good amount of opening damage. Still not an opening kill, unfortunately for them. Slow and steady round, as the pressure really mounting now for Carpe Diem, as they can't afford to lose more than 1 round here. But if they win all 3, it's over. Lots of utility still left for BHOP. They have a few flashbangs, a smoke, couple of Molotovs, and Carpe Diem have a good amount as well. Only 1 Molotov to their name, though. 3 smokes and a lot of lobby control. An A-pop might be on the cards here, though, as they start to walk up towards the top of lobby. Setting up for some A utility. They have the flashbangs for it, that's for sure. Beaky's tossing around Molotovs. Love the nade juggling here.
Oh, you gotta love it. Ooh, the X gets in though. Clearing everything. Classy gonna be able to push outside of Secret. Goes, drops into Vent. Oh.
I like this ramp
Wait.
crunch.
Yeah, they're gonna crunch this. Yeah, I love this play. Spermy. They had a good setup though. It was Stan and Spermy, but now it's a little bit more disoriented. Stan now gonna try to rejoin. Spermy waiting things out, but that's the bomb. Stan's able to get that kill. Now Spermy, a little bit of a surprise attack, but he's only gonna be done for one. Beaky trying to help out as much as he can, but it's just down to 2 here for BHOP. It's a 2-2 for both teams. 10 seconds. But Wiz is going to be able to have enough time to get this bomb down. He will. Woo. Okay, we're good.
I was very nervous. I was very nervous that the bomb was not going to go down there. That's cutting it way too close. What? That's cutting it close. That's a close haircut. A razor shave from Silas. And Wiz has to clutch up now against a Silas who's hitting a shot like that. Good luck. Have fun, son. Gifted the kill as Silas jumps right into his crosshair. 20-20. One more round is all Carpe Diem need now to salvage OT3 out of this one. 2 more to take this one. Same could be said for BHOP, though. So we tie things up again in OT2. Man, if Silas followed that one up with another shot like that, it would have been a 9 HP 1v2 for the ages.
He almost did it. I forget what the HP was for the last player of Carpe Diem, but it was low.
It was under half.
Oh, it was like 21 or something. It was not good. It was low. But either way, well, Beaky gets dropped pretty quickly, but it's a nice trade back. Get this thing back into an equal footing as much as we can. Secret control is going to be here for the Carpe Diem squad. Stan now on the rotate through ramp. He's going to be able to get that off ready to go. We'll have to see if he make any sort of a connection. Misses the shot, not able to find him, and now the Molly's going to push him back. It's a question if he wants to use the smoke to distinguish it. No, he won't. Glacia getting a better footing in a better spot. Oh man, Stan almost gets this shot too. Bomb's gonna get planted. Nade about to land. It does some good damage though. But look at this. It's a full gathering here. BHOP on ramp.
And look at this push from Glacia. Nails down 3. Can't finish off Spermy, but that should be enough. Spermy in a 1v4. When it makes it a 1v3, sprays away, takes a little bit of damage, and Walco's got the op trend in his position. Flashbang goes in. Op will be revealed, and the counter flash comes through from Walco. But Spermy's walled out of this angle. Here's no way he's getting in. Chop will spray him down, cut him down to size. And it's 21-20, another map point in the favor of Carpe Diem. BHOP have not had a map point just yet. It's been Carpe Diem the whole time. BHOP battling back from behind the 8 ball. They don't have an op. But what they do have is a very particular set of skills. Good nade combos and good coordination. Early molly down onto Hut here from Glacia. The spray not connecting. Nobody that aggressive. Nade doesn't... Oh, was that a first vent nade? I think it's a close vent nade there from Hext. If it wasn't, then it still worked out for him, but... Spermy aggressing through trophy. Trying to get something done. Desperation mode now for BHOP.
Yeah, somebody's going to need to step up now. A little bit of salt in the wound now. This big lead they had. Back and forth we've gone. Stan gonna be in the connector, close by Beaky. Smoke's blocking off his vision. The flashes are coming in, doesn't affect him, but it's gonna be the one player of Walco. He's close on by. Gets his timing right. He might be able to get this kill. Oh, that molly lands right on his feet, so now he has to move again. Beaky's been able to be a bit more sneaky now. He hasn't been caught yet. I don't know if he made the noise cue. Walco, he's fully blind. He's not able to find that kill, but they at least know where Beaky is for the time being.
You know where Beaky is, and they have taken the worst brunt of the damage, but they're ready to pop in on towards A utility, flooding through. Beaky going up with the Molotov, trying to force them away, trying to burn them alive. Glacia and Hex taking damage, but Hex has the opener. In comes Stan and Beaky for trading it back, 3v3. But the bomb is dropped down through the vents, trying to make its way down to B. Beaky's going to make the rotation down as well. Wiz opens the door as the bomb will go down back. Silas, Beaky, and Spermy. A flashbang is all they have for util. It'll have to have some great efficiency if they want to be able to pull this one back. Walco keeping an eye on vents. Chop and Wiz on the B side proper. Wiz using that op to his advantage, peeking around the silos. Chop up close by the ramp, spots out Beaky, gets taken a little bit of damage, but Wiz got the swing. That's a great little combo there between the two. Chop gets taken down, but he's got one more, and Wiz for the finisher. That will be all